Oh, hi. I'm Talon, and you're watching Geek This Week. Obviously, today we have a different setup, mostly because of the quarantine. So hopefully everyone else is participating in that as well. As you might have noticed, our set has changed significantly because of that, and we missed last week because of how quickly things escalated. Here we are again though, bringing you your weekly update on some of the news that happened last week. I'm trying to not touch on anything that's really affecting us because of the virus that is going around, so it might be a little bit shorter of an episode. But I still hope you enjoy it. We've got everything from Epic's new exclusives to UPS drones, making deliveries of all sorts around the entire world. All on Geek This Week. This week in gaming. Okay, so Half-Life Alyx looks absolutely amazing, and the interactivity of the world is insane. You can interact with everything if you haven't seen it yet. But what if you don't want to spend the money on the old VR setup that you need to play the game? Well, HP might be the answer with their new Revere G2 headset. They have been developing new VR headset in tandem with Microsoft and Valve, so they're aiming to make it great for gamers and users who need VR for professional reasons as well. It's also supposed to be more comfortable and immersive than the other headsets that are currently out there. Both eyes will be 2160 by 2160, which will give great resolution. And HP tweeted out that they're aiming to make this headset the next benchmark for all VR headsets. Of course, there's no word on how much this will actually cost yet, or even if it has an official release date. So you might just have to experience Half-Life Alyx vicariously for the time being. Sorry. Epic Games has a list of new exclusive games for later this year. Epic will be getting the grab on the first expansion for Remedy's game Control. That's really not surprising since Control was already an Epic exclusive, but it was on the list. There are a couple of games that are already being hyped, like Sludge Life, a Graffiti the World game, and Among the Trees, a survival sim making you eat, sleep, and stay warm to survive. The other games on the list are Totally Reliable Delivery Service, a physics simulator built around package delivery, Industries of Titan, a city builder with some mega micromanaging, Dreadnautical, a TTBRPG RL, that's tactical turn-based role-playing game roguelike, Diabotical, an arena FPS built by X Esports and Quake devs, Saturnalia, a survival horror adventure with an ensemble cast, and Samurai Showdown, that's already out on consoles. So no massive AAA games on this announcement, but all of these games look dope. So if you're a die-hard Epic hater, you might need to soften up a little bit to get your hands on these games. This week in tech, UPS is working with Wingcopter to build the next generation of package delivery drones. Wingcopter drones are built with adaptability in mind, making sure that it has a variety of ways that it can deliver packages. It can take off and land pretty much anywhere that can fit the drone. It can also drop payloads off of the winch system if it can't land at all. Maybe most importantly though, the drone can fly horizontally, increasing its speed and range significantly. Wingcopter has already been a great delivery system, bringing medical supplies and essential resources to remote locations that are otherwise difficult or expensive to get to. UPS wants to expand on this functionality, delivering medical supplies to medical campuses all around the entire United States. The future of drone delivery doesn't aim to replace human drivers, at least in the near future. I mean, drones can't even open doors, right? Some HPE SSDs have a flaw in their firmware that can cause them to brick after only 40,000 hours of operation. And those 40,000s are up, for some, in this October. If the SSD bricks, the data will no longer be recoverable too. So if you're worried about that, we'll have a link to HPE's bulletin about the problem, which models have the firmware problem, and instructions on how to get your firmware updated as well, so that well you don't lose all your data. So yeah, don't lose all your data, guys. And now on to our Saved You a Click section, which, you know, is fun because it's some news that isn't necessarily worth reading, but it's nice to know about. So anyways, we're saving you a click. Apple has recently stepped up its privacy game, especially with the latest model of iPhone, and now they have stopped allowing third-party cookies in their Safari browser. It might be a small step towards better web privacy for Apple, but it's a good step. Turns out elephants know how to party. In China, during quarantine, a bunch of elephants snuck into the corn wine stores, got trashed, and passed out in the garden. The Mars rover had hit itself with a shovel when its digging probe got stuck in the soil of Mars. The rover is now free. Well, that's all from us this week, and by us I mean Blake and I. Blake is the one who's going to be editing this. Thanks, Blake. Hope you're staying quarantined. I hope everyone is being safe and remaining in their homes and 6 feet away from everyone. At least if you're out in public. It's difficult sometimes, I know, and hopefully if we all participate in this self-quarantine, this will go by smoothly and we won't be overwhelming the medical systems. So yeah, be safe everyone, stay home, and stay safe, stay healthy. Keep everyone else healthy too. Help flatten that curve out. Keep it down here. And we'll see you all next week. In the meantime, I'm gonna go back to scrolling through some memes. It's a good one. Why are you still here? Go away. Stop watching me.